10 effects in one. This magazine has 10 amazing things that you can do, courtesy of Chris Philpott. Chris Philpott, the creator of the amazing 100th Monkey Principle, is back with Odyssey, this magazine here. Now, Chris Philpott's 100th Monkey has been used worldwide by people like Darren Brown on television and his touring shows. It's been used on America's Got Talent and a lot of other places by a lot of other magicians and mentalists around the world. But he always wanted to take that 100th Monkey Principle and put it into something like a magazine, like this. And fast forward now to his daughter being a professional graphic designer. What do you know? They teamed up, and now this is here. I want to say right out of the gate, this is top tier stuff. The quality of this is amazing. It just feels good. It looks really, really good. The layout, the imagery, everything is custom done here. This looks and feels just like a regular magazine you would find at a, I don't know, Barnes & Noble, like a bookstore or a grocery store. This is great. It looks like everything you would want in a real magazine that's anything but, because it's got special stuff in here for us to blow some minds. So I'm going to breeze through the 10 effects as quick as I can, and I want to let you know at the end of this review, there's going to be a full uncut performance, one of my favorite effects from this. It's called the Drunk Monkey, and I'll tell you about that in just a couple minutes. But we're going to start with number 1 and go down the list. This is the order from the instructional that's about 2 hours long, okay? So we're going to breeze through these, starting with Speechless. And Speechless is the OG 100th Monkey, where you take away someone's ability to read. That's right, friends. This is fun. For instance, you guys may see an image of a woman relaxing that says escape. But for me, when I look at that, it says EOAPS, EOAPS, which is fun. Or you may see a woman now swimming. And she is swimming, and of course we see peace because she's swimming. It's very tranquil. But to me, I see pios or sos, which is cool. So there's multiple words in here that they can see, the audience, but the person reading it, they can't read what it says because it's just like a jumbled mess to them. There's multiple words for that effect, so you can do it to them, multiple words, or if someone else is on stage and they're laughing and having fun, you go, well, heck, you think it's funny? I'm going to try it on you. You can try it on them. The other cool thing with Speechless is the words that you're doing that with, that they can't read, are repeated in the back. They're printed normal. So now they could read it up close or far away because this is just a normal page now. So all of those words are repeated again later in a different section, so you could show them as normal if you want to, which is a nice little touch there, Mr. Philpott. So that is Speechless in a nutshell. Number 2 is Relaxation Time. This one's kind of on the tugging with the emotions a little bit because he likes to do that with some of this stuff. For instance, we've got an image of a woman here that is very stressed out. It says, I am so enraged, and she's definitely not happy. But to me, when I look at it, it says, I am so relaxed. I'm so relaxed, which is fun because it kind of touches on people's emotions and perception about how sometimes when we're in the moment, sometimes things feel like one way, but if we take a moment, they can maybe be a different way. It's about perception. So there's a couple of those in here too when it comes to those emotions about relaxing when you're stressed. So that's cool. That is fun. My personal favorite, one of my personal favorites is called What We Love to Drink, aka the Drunk Monkey. And this to me, again, is something that I absolutely love. I can see myself using this. But also, again, if you want to watch a full performance of it, it's at the end of the review. With the Drunk Monkey, you start off by having someone join you on stage, and you're going to talk about the different drinks, because this magazine is all about travel and discovery. And along the way, they have this section about different drinks that you might drink on vacation. You start off with this one, the Gimlet, and you see a beautiful image of that in a description down here. I can read it, and so can the people at home. And then as you start to go on, the words get harder to read. So it almost looks like the person is slurring, which is fun. You can see martini and tequila. For me, martini says mittt. So it gets funny. The really funny one is, for me, the last one says huhe wiglibishmishtes, which really does make you sound drunk. But for you at home, if you guys were here, you would see Harvey Wallbanger in the drink there. So that's a really fun one, and a lot of good byplay, and being in Las Vegas, people drinking everywhere, that one feels good to me. So that is, again, The Drunk Monkey. Up next, we have Dreams Come True. This is kind of a duo thing together, Dreams Come True and the destination that goes with it. So let me just skip ahead to this section here. And I found it. So here it is. It is the image of the airplane. And below that are a bunch of destinations right down here. And you have them think of just one, and you can reveal the destination that they're thinking of, which is fun, right? So you're not just doing these things with the words they read. You actually can reveal information. And on the other page over here, for you, that says Dreams Come True. It's kind of a talk about, doing things that you want to do in life, sometimes not waiting. Because for me, it actually says reality can't wait. So there's this whole thing about dreams come true, and this person's saying, yes, reality can't wait, because sometimes you have to do things when you can do them. And there's a little article that kind of goes along with that. So that is those two things together, which is also a good reminder that you don't have to do these connected. You don't have to do any of these things together. Maybe if you want to do one thing and then do another thing later. Definitely wouldn't recommend just doing effect after effect after effect. It feels a little magic-y then. But that goes without being said, but you do not have to do all these things together. Okay, cool. The next one is something that is called Unhypnotized. This is something Chris originally kind of released part of his Narcissus project, where it talks again about emotions and things like that. This one is more about believing in yourself and things like that, which he really touches on with that, and also with what's the other one he did called Feel Good, another release he put out called Feel Good, which was very much about those type of things, where you start doubting yourself, but then you need that affirmation, right? That affirmation. So that is also in here. Let me find it. I got it. It is right here. To this, for you guys watching home, it says you're incredible, but to me, when I look at it, it says you're inadequate. You're inadequate. There is also a normal version of that in here. So if you wanted to, you could actually unhypnotize someone if you wanted to go that route. And when you show them the page the next time, they will see the words, you're incredible. So if you want to really kind of mess with someone's emotions and make them feel positive affirmations, you can do that with this as well. So fun stuff. The next couple are really, really fun. The next one on the list is the Odyssey book test. Yes, this magazine has a book test in it, and it is kick-ass. It is great. This is based on the UF Grant long word principle. Chris has permission from the world of UF Grant, the different ownership, people that have kind of got the rights to be able to use that down through the lineage. Chris also has the rights to put this in here. Goes without being said, they can open up to any page in here that has an article in it. A lot of words like this one here, over here. They could go back to the beginning of the book, the magazine. They could go to an article about Italy. Whatever it is they want, they open up to a page. That's a lot of words like an article. They think of a bigger word, and you're able to divine the word just like you're used to doing with a book test. There's some tips in there about revealing the word, but also he ties this together with a spectator mind reading idea, which I think is great. Because for the magicians out there, I should say, the words that are revealed are actually kind of hidden in the magazine as well to help you. It's almost like a crib, sort of, kind of. For instance, these two images represent two of the words that you would be revealing from the book test section, which is very cool. They're also big and vibrant. Here's one that's like volcanoes, right? So for instance, if you had one person do the book test, they go through, they read, and you get the information you need so that you know what you need to know, you can then go through the magazine, flip through, and you could even have a second spectator. You just kind of riffle through and go, say stop. They say stop. And let's say that you then show them this image. And you have them start to tell them things about what they're seeing. Tell the audience what you're seeing. Oh, I see smoke. I see DJs. I see lights. I see people smiling and dancing. To the other person, their word is like the nightclub or nightclub. So they're zoning in on a word they're thinking of, which makes them think, oh my God, how are they in my head? And then you can come in at the end and reveal the word, the actual word that they're thinking of. So there's a nice way to incorporate a spectator into the mind reading. I think it's a brilliant touch. So that is in there, and that is, of course, part of the book test, but that is called the Spectator Mind Reading. Up next is another fun one. This is called Psychic Scribilities. Scribilities, which the name alone is great. I think it's funny. So does Chris. A little nod, I think, to Max Maven, I think he said. This one is very, very smart. I'm going to tell you what it is, but it's better than it sounds. I just can't tell you the method because the method is brilliant. Riffle through, someone stops, you have them think of a word. You say beforehand at a prediction, you bring out a little baggie, and inside the baggie is Scrabble tiles. Of course, Scrabble tiles can make any word. You then dump out the tiles, you start to have them, you start to piece them together, and you end up spelling out the word that they're thinking of. But it's so much better than that. So much better. The method will really make you smile. So if you like the sound of it, it's even better than that. That's all I can really say here. But trust me, it's great. So that is Psychic Scribilities. And we have image reading, which is another cool thing. Obviously, there's so many images in here. You have them look through. They think of an image, and you're able to tell them what the image is. Not much more to say than that. But you can also reveal images that people are thinking of. And last but not least, I'm glad he saved it for last. The Pegasus Page is here. Honestly, one of the strongest things I think you can do as a mentalist, because there's some nice visual elements to it. If you don't know the Pegasus Page, you riffle through, you have them say stop, you have them look at the page number, and you have them look at the top word, at the first word at the top of the page. Close up the magazine, hand it to them. If you want to do some byplay, do it. Or you could go right into it and say, okay, you've got this word. You have a prediction that's been off to the side the whole time. This could be like a closer. It's over there. You have them then go back into the magazine. That page is missing. There's actually a torn spot where the page should be. You open up your prediction. Inside is a folded up page from the magazine. Page number is that page number. The word they're thinking of is circled at the top if you want. And the page matches up with the magazine, so it is the same page. Brilliant to put it in here. I'm so glad he did. Pegasus Page is super strong, and now you can do it here. So those are the 10 effects that you can do with Odyssey. Now, a couple important details for you. Number one, what happens if something happens to the magazine? What if your kid chews it up or spills stuff all over it and it's ruined? Or maybe you want to do Pegasus Page, but you also want to have a magazine without a torn page in it. Chris Philpott is the man. He's also making these available at a much cheaper price if you've already bought it. So on the instructional, he has an email for you to email him with the subject line, and he will give these to you at a much cheaper price. So again, if something happens to it or you need another one, he's got you covered. Take him up on it because I know you're going to love this and use it, and stuff happens. And there's also a Facebook group for you to be part of. He's sharing ideas, other community members, great stuff. Don't miss that. And I don't want to miss this too. At the end of the tutorial is a short interview with Chris's daughter, Jules, the graphic designer that did all this, talking about the project and everything that went into it. It's a nice listen as well. And again, great job to the Philpotts on making this what it is. It's beautiful. Great, great stuff. The price tag for Odyssey is $100. It's right at $100. Do I think it's worth it? Hell yes. The time that went into making this work was a lot. The quality is here for you. There's so much you can do with this. And also, for what it's worth, the articles that the book test is in too actually make sense. You know, a lot of times with book tests, the verbiage just sounds kind of whatever. This took a lot of time for them to get right to. And Chris mentioned that. Well done getting all that to make sense too. So that's it in a nutshell. If you guys have any more questions, which I don't know what else you ask, but feel free in the comments. I really like this a lot. We do have it available for you in the All Things Magic shop. Visit us over at allthingsmagic.com. Be happy to get this shipped out to you right away and amaze you with our fast shipping and amazing customer support. And again, thank you to Chris Philpott for sending this to me to review. Happy to do it. I love it, and I love Chris's stuff. So be sure to check out any of his other releases. He's really a great thinker of magic. He really puts a lot of thought and effort behind the things that he puts out. So, you know, he's a trusted name as well. And yeah, I guess that's about it. I'll see you. I got a lot more reviews to do for you soon, so stay tuned. If you haven't yet, drop us a like on this video. Appreciate it very much. It really does help us out more than you know. So if you made it this far, don't forget to do that. And if you're watching on our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button and the bell because we go live each week too. And if you're watching on Facebook, hit the follow button on our page. And last but not least, this is the full uncut performance coming up now of the Drunk Monkey. I know you're going to enjoy it. I know I sure did, and I can't wait to start using it myself. So friends, thanks for popping by. I'll see you in the next video. That's it for now. That is your review for Odyssey. See ya.
Yes, can we get a round of applause for her, please? Thank you very much for joining me. What is your name?
Caroline.
Caroline, very nice to meet you, Caroline. Do you mind if I borrow the magazine?
Sure.
So we could use a travel discovery magazine. So Caroline, we'll try this. This is kind of a different sort of thing. So through years of tedious practice and self-denial, I have devised a means of determining one's current level of inebriation and approximate blood alcohol concentration just by listening to the way they read words off of a page. So I'd like to put you through a sobriety test.
Okay.
Totally harmless one. Do you think you're up to it?
Sure.
Hey.
Well, what's the reaction?
Perfect. Yeah, we'll test it. We'll test it. Okay, we'll put you through the test. So, tell you what, we're going to get a baseline reading because the way this works is kind of like the straight line test. You know, you try to walk on it, except you're going to read words off of a page and just read them as closely, as accurately, as articulately as you can.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sure.
Perfect. All right. So let's just take a baseline reading. So for everybody in the audience, yes or no? Can you read the words on the front cover of the page?
Yes.
Perfect. Do you mind, Caroline, reading the cover of the book?
Travel and discovery, spas of the world. Do you want me to keep going?
That's perfect. That's perfect. All right. That's a good baseline. All right. Let's try a second one. I'll just look for some bigger words in here somewhere. Okay. This is perfect. So, yes or no? Can you all read the words on this page?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Caroline, give this one a try. Right here.
Boat life.
Boat life. Perfect. Thank you very much. Now, the key with this one is to go to the source, okay? And so there's going to be some pictures. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to show, let's take maybe a step back here. I'm going to show you guys the picture first, and then we'll have Caroline read it. So everybody, yes or no, can you read this right here?
Yeah.
Yes, very good. All right, so Caroline, go ahead and try to read this one.
Mimaso.
What is it?
Mimaso.
Mamasso. Okay, interesting. We can take a few notes, huh? That's interesting. Let's try this one right here. So yes or no, can you guys read this one on the page?
Yeah.
Yes, you can read it. Okay, go ahead and give this one a try. What? Okay, interesting. I feel like we need like a clipboard right now to take a few notes. I don't know. I should be saying, very interesting. All right, here's our last one, everybody. Yes or no? Can you read this?
Yes.
This last one.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, give this one a go. Folks, I'll lead you to your own conclusions. Thank you very much.